Hey guys, what's going on? Sentient Potato here, and welcome to the first episode of the unofficial, official Sentient Potato podcast, where we talk about things that interest us or that just happen to come up, either in our life or just in the world of video games, technology, or other such things. In our first episode, we're going to be talking about The Walking Dead Destinies, and I think that's kind of it. That's really the only noteworthy thing that's happened. Yeah, let's get into it. So, for those of you guys who don't know, The Walking Dead Destinies is a pretty mediocre Walking Dead game. Some people would say it's bad. I'd say it's a 6 out of 10. The PC port just released 2 days ago. And honestly, I've noticed exactly 2 issues with it. The first one is an audio issue which gets resolved by restarting the level you're playing. And the second issue I've noticed is that there seems to be a performance issue that happens due to massive shader caching. That it's almost like you know how when games are poorly optimized, if it caches shaders, they start running poorly and lagging. That's an issue I noticed that started today with The Walking Dead Destinies, which is very unfortunate. But what can you do? Unfortunately. So yeah. But for those of you guys who don't know what The Walking Dead Destinies is, that is a new game released by Game Mill Entertainment. Yes, that Game Mill Entertainment. And first off, a lot of people are going, oh, PS2 graphics. But it's like, have you even fucking played a PS2 game? This is late Xbox 360 era graphics / early Xbox One era graphics. Because, like, a lot of this stuff is way too complicated for a PS2 to render, but it's just the right amount of complicated for a late stage 360 or an early Xbox One to render. Which is kind of wild and pretty crap, all things considered. But like compared to some of the things, such as what was that shitty Kong game? Ah, fuck, I can't remember what the name of it was, but that game was really, really bad. And it's kind of a shame, too. But, like, at least with The Walking Dead Destinies, there is some replay value, which is more than can be said about that Kong game. The, what was it? Not Skull Island. I can't even remember, but, either way. Like, yeah, The Walking Dead Destinies, it's a, quote-unquote, choice-based, story-driven game with pretty small levels. Like, if I had to, like, say about what I'd estimate the size levels were. Like, for each level, it's divided into sections, and the hospital, I'd say, is about the size of probably a small-sized apartment building, which is kind of a wild statement. But like, you can blitz through that shit pretty quickly. Like honestly, like, you can blitz through The Walking Dead Destinies pretty quickly, which is annoying, but whatever. The melee combat is pretty, like, mediocre. The ranged combat with the guns, I find there are exactly 3 guns worth using. The revolver, the machine gun, and the shotgun. Don't use any others because they're shit. The regular pistol that's looks like a like some unholy abomination of a deagle, a nut Beretta, and shit, what was that other gun? Either way, like, that gun takes 3 shots, like, in the head to take down a zombie. Meanwhile, you get the revolver and it's just bang, 1 shot, they're down. And that's even with the pistol skill upgraded all the way. Like, the pistol just sucks. Shotgun's pretty okay. The like machine gun's pretty okay. The sniper rifle sucks, and like, I don't know, like, I despise the ranged combat. Like, even the crossbow's pretty bad. Like, yeah, it's kind of a shame too, because like, The Walking Dead Destinies could have been way better if they'd gave it to a studio who gave a shit. Now, like, I still said it was a 6 out of 10 game. Like, even though it ends about season 4-ish, kind of season. Like, yeah, kind of season 4-ish. Like, I just beat the episode sick. So, like, except the way I did it, where I, let that Andrew character in, it, Like, I don't know if that's kind of a predetermined thing, but, like, where I let that character in, it, had it come up earlier than I assume it would. Because I know some people playing the episode 6 and you weren't playing as Herschel. Like, when I played the episode 6, it had me play as Herschel, but I've seen some people play that episode as Daryl Dixon, so who knows what that's kind of about. Because, like, what I did, like, here are the choices I made for the choice-based. 1, I let T-Dog die instead of Merle. 2, I saved the person I was running with life, which let Carl die. 3, I killed Rick. 4, trusted Andrew. You know, what a silly bitch I am. And that's kind of it so far. I don't know if there were other choices because I genuinely do not remember. But the Rick boss battle, like, Rick is a fucking Souls boss. It's probably the same fighting Shane, but I don't know. Like, I blitzed through because I had, you know, a shotgun and took cover at just the right time. Thank goodness for my, my mediocre Soulsborne skills, so I could roll the hell out of the way and reload fast enough, but, like, holy shit. Like, when the two melee weapons meet, no fucking joke, it kind of reminds me of a Dynasty Warriors game, like, for that fight between Rick and Shane. I don't know why they chose to kind of design it like that. It's very weird. Honestly, that's, like, a good way to describe, The Walking Dead Destinies anyways. Like, the way it is, though, like, for even the intro level, it kind of makes sense, because hear me out. Like, at the beginning of the zombie apocalypse, or ish, like, especially in a hospital, that fucker would be swarmed with zombies. And, playing as Rick, it makes sense that it is swarmed with zombies. Why it wasn't like that in the show or comics, other than in that one room, who knows? But, yeah, like, even the parking lot was swarmed with zombies, unlike in the show. Which is, you know, kind of wild. But, like, yeah, like, I'm not even kidding here, guys, when I say, like, it kind of makes more sense, like, even for those areas to be just absolutely swarmed with zombies, because, like, you know, you're in the beginning of the, like, or even just, like, really in the zombie apocalypse in a, suburban area, especially in that area of Georgia, plus, like, at a hospital, there would be a shitload of zombies. Like, it makes sense. I just don't friggin' get why, like, more, like, zombie fiction has it, like, you know, doesn't have it so that way those things are just loaded with zombies. Like, that's one thing that I gotta say The Walking Dead Destinies actually got right. Though that being said, it got a lot wrong. Like, I'm not even kidding here when I say, with The Walking Dead Destinies, one of my biggest issues with that game is the, missions where you're, you know, having to, quote-unquote, like, close over holes in the fence, just, you know, so that way you can, like, make it to an area. Like, where I had Merle on my side, I had to, like, move these, like, shelf things to block off a couple of holes in the fence just so I could get Merle's fire axe. So he could hand it to, Shane. Like, this was that barn level. Which I gotta say, like, some of the character design is actually a lot better in The Walking Dead Destinies than it even was in the show. Which is wild. Like, the, Merle design actually looked like a better Merle than, I've seen, like, it, or, you know, like a Merle that would kind of make sense. Like, the, Maggie design was pretty shit, the Beth design was pretty shit, but the Herschel design was actually pretty okay, too. Like, the character design was weirdly inconsistent. And, you know, I'm just gonna have to give this side note here. John Bernthal should have portrayed, Rick instead of Shane. It should have been, Andrew Lincoln portraying Shane. But, you know, oh well. That's just a mild gripe. Anyways, back to the game. But, like, one of my biggest issues with The Walking Dead, Destinies, is the, like, just combat system in general. Like, sure, the melee is good if you have the, crowbar or the fire axe, but the machete, shit. The bat, pretty bad. And, yeah, I'm not sure about the other melee weapons, because, like I said, I haven't gotten all that far in, just because I'm kind of pacing myself. Especially where my gaming PC is still fucked. Literally, the only thing I can do on my gaming PC right now, chat, is watch videos. Anything more intense than that, And I just blue screen, so it's like, you know? So, yeah. And I wish I was kidding when I said that, chat, but no, genuinely. Like, I even had to uninstall Wallpaper Engine, which was fun. So, yeah. Anyways. Back to, the game. Like, one of the biggest issues, and it's understandable why people bitch about it, is the cutscenes. Like, either the one where people are talking, or the cutscenes where, you know, they're trying to convey story things with just, still-ish frames where it's rotating around the, frozen ragdolls with mediocre talking. And it's like, okay, cool. Are we done here? You know? Because, like, those cutscenes are pretty bad. And, like, you know that barn mission where you have to fight... Actually, no, let me gloss over that entirely. Like, have you seen the zombie variants? Like, there's the heavy zombie, which is just an excuse for a bullet sponge. There's the exploding zombie, which is just an excuse for AoE. And then there's the screaming zombie, because, you know, there's gotta be a witch. And it's like, the fuck? And maybe there's other variants, but those are the only ones I've seen so far. You know, nothing against a good AoE attack, but like if I wanted to fight a bloater, or a boomer, I mean, I'd play Left 4 Dead 2. If I wanted to fight a witch, I'd play Left 4 Dead 2. If I wanted a, hold on, what's it? If I wanted, a tank, again, I'd play Left 4 Dead 2, or any other better zombie game. Like, it's, like, The Walking Dead Destinies feels like wasted potential. I mean, it's better than people are saying, like, it is a 6 out of 10, but, like, there's far better games out there. And it's truly a shame, because I wanted to really, really enjoy The Walking Dead Destinies. Like, obviously, I am going to finish it, and, you know, go back, play more, but it's like... Oh, do I want to? And it's just, I just feel that way with most games in general now. Because, like, The Walking Dead Destinies is rather indicative of the gaming industry just in general. It doesn't matter AAA or indie. They've all just lost their soul. And are all just dead, boring, and frankly just crap. And it's really a shame, because, like... You'd think there'd be passion. Like, at least with Larian Studios, with their Baldur's Gate 3, they're trying. Which is more than can be said about a lot of developers. Like, like, I'm trying to be nice and just find good things to say, but I just legitimately can't. I'm just, you know? Like, obviously, I'm past the refund window. Like, let me actually check how much time I have in The Walking Dead Destinies. Hold on, home, The Walking Dead Destinies. According to this, I have 3.9 hours. So yeah, I'm past the window. And it's like, okay. Like, it's really a shame that, you know, most, you know, that The Walking Dead Destinies turned out like this. Like, I gotta say, there is one character whose character design I'd say was actually better in The Walking Dead Destinies than you'd think it should, or than it realistically should have been, I mean. Shane. That was actually a very good character design. Hell, I haven't seen the Governor, so I can't really say one way or another, but the Shane one was designed exceptionally well. Like, if you're wondering just how far I've made it, I've only got about, how many achievements to go? I have 29 of 52 achievements earned. So, yeah. But, like, I got kind of words for The Walking Dead Destinies. Like, it just feels like wasted potential. And it's really a shame, honestly. What can you do, though? It's like, yeah... Like, I'm sorry, chat, that I'm just kind of rambling, but, like, I don't know. It's really a shame that there is such wasted potential for this, but, you know, what can you do, it seems like. So, yeah. I guess let's move on to another topic. Music fans. Now, if you know me, you know I quite enjoy music and I have a rather live and let live mentality. Unfortunately for grunge fans, especially for fans of Radiohead, aka assholes with more of a holier-than-thou attitude than Tool fans, how dare I only like Karma Police or Creep. Like, literally, like, people were talking about, yeah, what's your favorite Radiohead album? It's like, I don't really like many of the albums. I think Radiohead's only got like one, maybe two good songs. And then I got absolutely fucking dogpiled. Literally, like, give me Tool fans any day, because, like, while they can be assholes, they're way less holier than thou than Radiohead fans. Like, literally, like, as soon as I mentioned that I thought they only had, like, one or two good songs, I had, like, 40 plus comments, people just reaming me out, like, oh, you're such a piece of shit. Oh, have you listened to the whole catalog? Oh, I'm guessing you just like this song. Oh, it's like, seriously? You're fucking coming at me because I like like one thing but don't like the majority? The fuck? Like, people really need to just get a fucking life. You know what I mean, chat? Like, ugh. Like, shit like that is what turns me off of, like, fandoms for games, music, well, as you could tell, TV shows, and even books. Because, like, what's the point of, reading and, you know, doing things that would require me to interact with the community when they're so fucking toxic that there's no point? Yeah, I'm very irritated, to say the least. Very exceptionally irritated. Like, it's like, what happened to humanity as a race that you can't even just be live and let live about a person's music opinion? Like, you know what I mean, chat? It's like, yeah, cool. Like, the dude likes music, or, oh no, the dude doesn't like this specific thing. Good for him. Are we gonna be live and let live, or are we gonna be dicks about it? And apparently, that everyone woke up and chose violence. It's very irksome, but it's like that way about everything now. It's a shame. Oh well, though, what can you do? I think that's basically kind of it. Like, this is more of a rant than a proper traditional podcast, but I'm kind of hoping once I get my computer repaired, I'll be able to actually start talking with folk, interacting, kind of doing like a proper podcast that way for y'all. But until then, thank you so much for watching the inaugural episode. I will see you guys soon. Much love, peace, and all that.